people have survived. And it's just really, really scary. So all of that going on, and all of these wonderful organizations working hard to make sure that they get relief supplies to the people who need it. And then there are those who are not so wonderful, and they're not trying to help you at all. They're trying to help themselves. And that's why we have Attila Seress, President and CEO of Cypac, IT Management and Cybersecurity. I thought it'd be a good time to catch up on, how can you spot scammers? And a lot of people say, well, of course, if it's too good to be true, but if you're desperate and things are bad, it's, and they sound so genuine, let's bring him in. Hi, Attila.
Hi, Danielle. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. This is a really important time. So, what do you suggest? Tell us about what to do. Who are these scammers? They're preying on people. They call you. They'll actually call you on the phone.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a complex topic, and when you're in the middle of an emergency, complex things often slip through. And let's also rewind a little bit. I mean, back in when Hurricane Iniki came, scammers came then too, and were able to take people's life savings and cause problems then as well. And that was before we had all these great new ways to reach everyone, right, through Facebook and text messaging and all that stuff. So this is an old problem, and what that also means is that it's a well-oiled machine. That means that these scammers have found ways to be successful for long periods of time. And it's a little bit more than just, they understand the system. And unfortunately, there's some things that are happening right now that maybe inadvertently folks might become targets because of it. And I'll give you one perfect example. We're on the Facebook groups as well, and we see unfortunately, people are trying to reach each other by phone, text message. So they're posting their name and phone numbers on there. And under normal circumstances, that's probably not something that you might do. But because we have an emergency, that's understandable. Just remember that information, once it's posted, stays there forever. And you may not regard it now, but perhaps in a year's time, when someone impersonating an insurance person or impersonating law enforcement is calling you by name on that phone number, they might seem a little bit more reputable. So my advice is, if at all possible, try to use Facebook Messenger as a communication method. It's very good in terms of its performance. You do have to download a separate app. But if you can communicate via Facebook Messenger, you don't have to put your cell phone number out there. So that's my first tip there. Second thing to look at is, just understanding the types of scams that you're probably going to be coming across in the next few weeks or months. We're going to have disaster relief charity scams in your inbox. And, we're already all starting to get that. And sometimes it's difficult to distinguish between what is an actual legitimate organization and one that might not be. We've put together, as well as all the major news outlets, resources of actual, vetted ways that you can help Maui. I think top of the list is Maui United Way. There's the Maui Community Foundation. There's the Maui Food Bank. There's the Hawaii Salvation Army, and Foodland. Those are kind of like the top 5 that are out there that are well understood, well-oiled machines in terms of being able to help the community. And if you're not 100% sure, you can reach out to the charity directly yourself. And you will get some suspicious emails. We saw this at everything from the Haiti earthquake to Katrina. Everyone wants to help. There's a outpouring of sentiment and support. One of the things that I love about Hawaii is that we all have big hearts here, and we all want to be helpful to one another. We're like that anyway on a good day. And on a bad day, it really shines. And people on Maui are helping one another. People from neighbor islands are helping one another. And, as we turn on the news and we see what's happening on our screens, the same is true for the bad guys. They can see that as well. So just know that they want to take advantage of our good-hearted natures here, and you don't want to become a victim. So you have to have a little bit of suspicion in there. And when in doubt, just reach out directly.
Exactly. We know, there's the Aloha United Way. There's so many different organizations. And we just had, the golf courses are coming together. And so folks can take things to Pearl Country Club. Maui Strong is a wonderful organization that's, the mayors keep talking about Maui Strong. That's something you can count on giving to, instead of, I wouldn't, if somebody sends me something that says, hey, we're going to help, hey, I live here, I know who can help. We have to be skeptical, we have to know that we are in our little box, and inside our box, we know who can be trusted. And so we go to the people we know to take care. And it's, I guess if you're alone, or if you're a shut-in, so to speak, you might be tempted because you may not be informed. I hope that people, bond together with their families so that, no one gets taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it has already started, unfortunately. The Honolulu Board of Realtors, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, sent out a public announcement. They're working with or should I say they've submitted the information to the FBI on information gathering tactics that they're already beginning to use to try to figure out who are the key people in the real estate industry who might be able to impersonate, and that. That's the first step in a big scam is you got to get the information. Who are the names and who are the decision makers? And they've already started that process. So just know that in the coming weeks or months, it's coming. Yeah.
Is that the one who was screaming at somebody about, I am so-and-so and I demand to get this information from you?
That's it. That's the one.
Oh, my goodness. That's the world. We have to be realistic about it. We're not all good-hearted souls. All of us want to take advantage of another person. Attila Seress, thank you so much. How do we get in touch with you?
Sure thing. On our website, cypac.com, that's CYPAC.com, we have a Deep Watch newsletter. We're posting resources on there. And we're also sharing that information with anyone who wants to reshare it. So feel free to go on there if you're a company and want to offer resources. Copy paste. This is not I don't hold all the information. Let's share all the information and best resources we can to help one another.
That's great. It's kind of like what's going on with everybody getting together on KITV4's website, KITV.com. They have a list of people and organizations, and you can add to it, and they will look at that addition, vet it, and then allow it to stay on the page. It's really very cool. So it's good to see everybody helping out. Thank you so much for being inside the clubhouse this morning and sharing your information.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, guys. Stay safe out there.
You too, Attila. Aloha.